Aditi Anand Narayanan is on the phone line with us. All those questions will be answered in due course. But Aditi, tell us what's happening. We see the flowers being showered on the BJP's prime ministerial candidate. Aditi, are you there? We'll go to Aditi in just a bit. Just to tell our viewers that there's way too much noise than what you can hear on your television screens, because there are bands playing, there's bhangra happening, there are religious chants being played out. Clearly, any and every kind of celebration that could be brought into the BJP headquarters has been done so by the cadres. We have Aditi back on the phone line. Is that right? Aditi, are you there? Okay, we're having difficulty, or rather Aditi can't hear my question. We'll go to her in just a bit. She's inside the BJP headquarters, and so is Shiv Arur and Javed Ansari, who are giving us the latest of what's happening. Just to quickly tell our viewers, Narendra Modi arrived a little after 10:30 this morning at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. He flew in from Ahmedabad. He was snaking his way through the streets of Delhi, where till he arrived or till he started driving, there were people lined up on either sides of the street, having been kept back by police barricades that had been put up. The minute they saw their Prime Minister designate, they came out onto the streets, and he stopped at several strategic points. He stopped at Dhola Kuan, he stopped at Gyara Murti, he stopped at Treen Murti. There were supposed to be about 7 strategic points. And look at that picture. Rajnath Singh holding on to Narendra Modi, hugging him there. He's been one person who has been instrumental in the success of where Narendra Modi is today and this entire campaign. The 9 gems or Navratans of Narendra Modi, the 9 people who have made this win absolutely a reality for him. Rajnath Singh is on top of that list of the 9 people. Perhaps second only to Amit Shah. And clearly see, there have been flowers being showered on Narendra Modi. We were telling you about his journey. So he moved along the way, and each time, even though he was in a bulletproof vehicle, he came out of the vehicle, stood up and waved to the crowds, showing them the victory sign, nightmare for the SPG personnel who were with him. And from the IGI airport, through Dhola Kuan, Gyara Murti, Teen Murti, finally come to the BJP headquarters, where he addressed his workers just a short while back. We'll play that interview in just a bit. And just to tell those who are asking questions, the naysayers who are saying, what will Narendra Modi do as far as the old brigade? LK Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi and Sushma Swaraj are going to be present at the BJP Parliamentary Board meeting that is going to happen now inside the BJP headquarters. Most indications are that you're not going to hear any big headlines coming out of this meeting today. This is the first that he's attending after the huge mandate that he's got for the party. This would be more about basic issues as to when the government will be formed, but perhaps might not be about what designation the old brigade will have, or about the portfolios. But Aditi Anand Narayanan, who's at the BJP headquarters, will be able to tell us more. Aditi, tell us what's happening.
In fact, just right now, Rajnath Singh, the party president, had gone out to welcome Narendra Modi. And Narendra Modi had also set out a bunch of white balloons as a symbol of peace. In fact, now all the top BJP leaders who have been at the BJP headquarters before Narendra Modi arrived have taken him inside. Now, this is where, after about 5 to 10 minutes, Maruf, where the parliamentary board meeting is going to take place. Now, we're expecting the meeting to carry on for about 1 hour maximum. After this, Narendra Modi will come in front of the media, where he will be officially felicitated by the party president Rajnath Singh. Maruf. Clearly, all the party leaders have arrived here. In fact, we are expecting other top leaders like Murli Manohar Joshi also to pour in the next few minutes, since Narendra Modi has already reached here. You can see there is huge arrangements that have been made for Narendra Modi, Maruf. In fact, BJP workers in large numbers have already gathered outside BJP office. In fact, there is going to be a huge pomp and show again when Narendra Modi leaves from the premises of the BJP headquarters. So from moments from now, Maruf, the crucial meeting where the formal announcement it will be made that Narendra Modi and the BJP have won by a large margin, and Narendra Modi is going to become the PM, the Prime Minister of the country. Those formal announcements are going to be made in the parliamentary board meeting. We are hoping that there are also some discussions which will take place in the future of senior leaders. The top sources within the BJP are telling us, however, that there won't be any discussion on the cabinet that Narendra Modi is going to form. However, there can be discussions on the future of top leaders such as Murli Manohar Joshi and LK Advani, hinting at the fact that probably both of them may not be a part of Modi's government. So interesting scenes happening here at the BJP office, Mahrukh, and as the day pans out, we can get more information as to what exactly is happening inside those four walls of the BJP headquarters, Mahrukh.
Okay, Aditi, you stay on with us. Let's listen into Narendra Modi addressing the BJP workers who weren't being allowed to come inside the BJP headquarters due to security concerns.
जहां पर सैकड़ों कार्यकर्ताओं को मौत के घाट उतार दिया गया पिछले 25 साल में, उनकी उस शहादत का विजय है। तमिलनाडु में रमेश जैसे कई मेरे साथी जिन्होंने अपना जीवन न्यौछावर कर दिया, उन परिवारों के त्याग और तपस्या का परिणाम है कि आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इतना अभूतपूर्व विजय मिला है। और इसलिए इस विजय के सबसे पहले हकदार हैं 125 करोड़ देशवासी। दूसरे हकदार हैं सन 52 से एक विचार के लिए, देश के लिए जीने के शपथ लेकर के अपने आप को खपाने वाले उन लक्षाधिक परिवार हैं जिनकी तपस्या के परिणाम ये संभव हुआ है। आज भाइयों बहनों, आप सब कार्यकर्ताओं को मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
Aditi Anand Narayanan on the phone line with us. Aditi, and I'm trying to bring those shots back of Sushma Swaraj also arriving there. You said that important decisions might be taken on Murli Manohar Joshi and LK Advani, and one of the things that is being considered is LK Advani for Speaker. What about Murli Manohar Joshi, Aditi?
That Mahrukh, sources within the BJP are saying that Murli Manohar Joshi's fate in the BJP or the Modi's government is still hanging by a loose thread. Now all will boil down to what Narendra Modi wants out of Murli Manohar Joshi. We already know that Narendra Modi and Murli Manohar Joshi do not share very good terms. They have not been in talking terms. In fact, those are the senior leaders which were absolutely who were displeased by the BJP's decision to appoint Narendra Modi as the PM, Narendra Modi as the BJP's PM candidate. So this is something which is completely on the decision of Narendra Modi as to who he wants to be a part of his cabinet and who does he want to give other positions. As far as LK Advani is concerned, yes, he has been offered the post of the Speaker of Lok Sabha, and most likely, if LK Advani also agrees to it, that will be the position that will be given to him, which is a highly respectable position which LK Advani was eyeing for. Apart from that, Mahrukh, we don't see many crucial announcements taking place today. However, Narendra Modi has been known to be a very unpredictable person. He is known to be a man of his own mind who acts as per his own mind. So in case he does a U-turn, in case he wants to make some big announcements or take some formal decisions as to the future of the top BJP leaders, then it is completely his prerogative, Mahrukh.
Also, earlier, Aditi, you reported how Amit Shah had gone to the RSS headquarters in Jandewala, another part of Delhi. And the second information that we were getting was Bhaiyaji Joshi has also arrived in the capital, which was unexpected. So any details that you have on how the RSS is looking at this whole thing and any kind of perhaps their involvement in what is being discussed today?
In fact, Mahrukh, the sources are telling us that the RSS already had said that they want to be in the loop and the know-how of whatever is happening within the BJP, whether it's about the government formation, whether it's about who will be the next party president, or whether it's about the future of the senior leaders, especially LK Advani and Sushma Swaraj. We know that the RSS cadre is extremely inclined towards LK Advani. They have a soft corner for the senior leader, and that is the prime reason why RSS has sent a message to Narendra Modi that he should get everybody on board before making tough decisions. However, the BJP sources are also saying that Narendra Modi is not very keen on giving RSS the upper hand. It is the party's decision, and as far as the cabinet is concerned, it is all the decision of the Prime Minister whether who he wants to give what portfolio. So clearly, a little bit of drift out at this point of time. However,
Okay,
Amit
okay,
Shah-
Aditi, just stay on. Shiv Arur has also sent a report. Let's listen in.
Arrived here at the BJP headquarters. He's surrounded by security here. It's a massive security cordon right around Narendra Modi as he arrives here at the national capital. Huge push and an ocean of human beings, journalists, security personnel welcoming Narendra Modi here at the BJP headquarters. People being jostled continuously right through this entire turbulence here at the BJP office. Many hundreds of kilos of flower petals being thrown as Narendra Modi walks in here. My camera person Amit having a tough time to stay on his feet as he's being jostled to get you these images of Narendra Modi as he walks very slowly into the BJP headquarters. His first walk after that stunning mandate, and those flower petals being thrown at pretty much everybody right now, because not many of the people throwing those flower petals know what they're throwing it at. But Narendra Modi is right here in front of us as he edges his way. He's got just about a 2-foot cordon around him, because that's the number of people who are here right now to welcome him in to the BJP headquarters. Well, from here, this enormous reception committee of BJP workers, BJP cadres, will lead to senior leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, who will then begin the formalities of the parliamentary board meeting, where Narendra Modi and other senior leaders of the party will go ahead and proceed with.
Okay, I can very well imagine how difficult that must have been for Shiv Arur to manage that actually as Narendra Modi was moving along. There are hundreds of people there from the reports on the ground. Aditi Anand Narayanan still on the phone line with us. Aditi, go ahead. You were finishing your answer before I cut you in.
Okay, so basically, Maruk, that is this whole scenario. The BJP and the top leaders have decided that they will keep the RSS leadership in the know-how, in the loophole before taking any major decisions. In fact, what we're also getting to know is that when Amit Shah had gone to the RSS headquarters, he had briefed the RSS top leaders as to what has been planned for Narendra Modi, what has been the welcome preparations, what exactly is going to be discussed in the parliamentary board meeting. In fact, Amit Shah has also briefed that they are looking at settling down on a date where the parliamentary party meeting and the NDA, the crucial NDA meeting, can take place. He has also briefed that the BJP is still deciding on the future of the top party leaders. The RSS has absolutely made it clear that the decision will be finally of Narendra Modi, Maruk. The RSS has informed the BJP top brass, however, that Narendra Modi can take the final call, but the final call can only come after consensus of all the top leaders of the BJP. So after the RSS meet, Amit Shah is going to arrive here at the BJP headquarters, where he will be meeting Narendra Modi before he enters for the parliamentary board meet, Maruk.